When I was 18 and living by myself in Tokyo to attend a university there was a time when Kyoshu-sama had some work to do near where I lived. Taking advantage of the opportunity, we decided to meet up after Kyoshu-sama finished his work. As I had not yet awakened to Meishu-sama's will of one day all humanity eating a vegan diet, we went to eat yakiniku, Japanese-style barbecue. Meishu-sama, my sincere apologies. After dinner, we went to a cafe to get some coffee, and then we started talking. Or rather, Kyoshu-sama started talking. I regret now that I'm not able to remember exactly what Kyoshu-sama told me at that time, but I have a vague memory of him telling me about God and heaven and what true salvation is and what the true will of Meishu-sama is. Even though I do not remember with certainty what he told me, I do remember one thing. I do remember that while listening to Kyoshu-sama at this dimly lit cafe, I felt a distinct sensation that what he was telling me was the truth. This person in front of me, Kyoshu-sama, was telling me the truth of the world, the truth of Meishu-sama, the truth of God. Never in my life had I come across the things he was telling me. Of course, I knew that my father's job was to lead people to the truth of Meishu-sama. Of course I knew that. But at home, from my childhood, Kyoshu-sama and my mother never forced me to believe in something. They never preached to me about anything. They always respected what I treasured instead of telling me what they treasured. I never knew what my father believed in or what his thoughts were on God and Meishu-sama. But on this day, at this cafe, an opportunity presented itself for a father to convey his faith to his son. Or maybe this was the first time when my father decided to be Kyoshu-sama for a moment for his son, for his friend, for his much younger brother. Looking back, I think it was on this day that a seed was planted within me. A seed of faith that from that day onward continued to grow within me and made me who I am today. Some people have criticized Kyoshu-sama saying that he does not have the experience of doing expansion work, that he does not know how to lead non-members to the church. For me, it was Kyoshu-sama who led me to Meishu-sama. It was Kyoshu-sama who awakened me to Meishu-sama's truth. Without Kyoshu-sama, his words and his posture of sacrificing his entire life for Meishu-sama's truth, I would have never developed this desire within me to serve Meishu-sama. Kyoshu-sama is the one who led me to Meishu-sama, to true salvation, and for this, I am forever indebted to him. Thank you, Kyoshu-sama. Thank you, my father. Please accept my eternal gratitude. Last month, on February 4th, at the beginning of spring service held in Japan, Kyoshu-sama officially announced that I, Masaaki, be his representative. In the church bylaws, it is stipulated that Kyoshu-sama is the symbol of the unity of all the members. It means that within Kyoshu-sama exist and live all members of Japan and of the world. It means that Kyoshu-sama is inseparable from all members, and that Kyoshu-sama and members are one, always. Wherever Kyoshu-sama goes, all members go. Whatever Kyoshu-sama does, all members do. Whatever Kyoshu-sama eats, all members eat. From February 4th, Kyoshu-sama determined that I represent this Kyoshu-sama who unites all members within him and who is one with all members. In other words, after that day, I too am now inseparable from you, one with you, doing everything together with all of you. I do not think you can imagine the happiness I feel for this. At the same time, the feeling of responsibility I have is immense, because now what I do is what Kyoshu-sama does. What I say is what Kyoshu-sama says. Where I go, Kyoshu-sama goes. Why am I saying all this? It is because I am going to Africa. Through this message, I announce that I will visit Africa in a few months' time. I will visit Africa, or more specifically, Angola, and in the name of Kyoshu-sama, I will consecrate land and make it into a sacred ground. Recently, with the great effort and sacrifice of all the African members, World Church of Messiah Angola purchased a huge piece of land for it to become the site of a future sacred ground, the sacred ground of soil. In a few months' time, after all the necessary planning is completed, I will visit Angola and hold the ceremony to consecrate the land as a sacred ground. Everyone, all of you who believe in Meishu-sama, wherever you are or whatever nationality you are, for the first time in the history of our church, we will have a sacred ground in Africa. A sacred ground in Africa. Think of the enormity of this. Wake up and see the divine work that is being advanced under Kyoshu-sama, who is the true representative of Meishu-sama on this planet Earth. How long are you going to deceive yourself with lies and false information that have been disseminated by those who pretend to know who and what Meishu-sama is? I tell you, they know nothing about Meishu-sama. They know nothing about the teachings of Meishu-sama. They are ones who justify the acts of spying and blackmailing Kyoshu-sama and spreading false information about Kyoshu-sama. How can they be representing Meishu-sama? There is no way. In the name of Kyoshu-sama, and being one with all the members who truly love and believe in Meishu-sama, I will go to Africa. I cannot wait to meet all of my beloved brothers and sisters in Africa. To those of you who can, come to Africa. Come to Africa, attend this ceremony, and witness this once-in-a-lifetime event. This moment when Meishu-sama's sacred ground is born right in front of your eyes.